No, no, no. Get out of there. Come on. Stay there. It's time to do something about this. Greetings, friends. I'm Mike the Fit Farmer, and years ago I moved my family out of the city to homestead in the country. Join me as I share our adventures of growing stuff, striving to live a healthy lifestyle, and so much more. Oh, and we live in a yurt. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with a friend.
Hey, you want to go outside? Outside? You want to go for a walk? Do you love to go outside? Whoa! Say outside. Say outside. Baby.
You saw the baby reflection of you? This man likes to see his reflection and likes to see baby pictures, and he loves to go outside. Outside?
I know, you ready to go? You ready to go? Let's change your diaper first. You got a squishy diaper. Let's change. What was that? Let's change your diaper. Then we can go outside. Yeah, we can go outside. I know you don't want to let go. Let's change it first. Let's change it first. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Can you lay back over here, please? Diaper on. Okay, we got 3 snaps. 3 snaps. Look how slobbery you are. I think you're getting some more teeth. You're so slobbery. You're tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Yeah. Okay. Outside.
He is ready. Yes. That'll actually be perfect. So while he's outside with you taking a walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll free me up to work here inside.
Well, let's go. Outside. Yeah.
Oh. Can you tell? I think he likes being outside just a little bit.
Look here. Look here. You ready to go for a walk? Yeah. Let's get in. Let's get in. You gotta sit back. We gotta buckle you in.
With having a home, even if it's a yurt, and a family, there's always something that needs to be done, something that needs to be worked on. Look, even right there. For example, this door rack that we have right here, that we have the baby's diapers and wipes on, it's not even that old. Well, mysteriously, one of the hooks that hangs it onto the doors is just gone. I have no idea what happened to it. So, need to find some more hooks for that. But that's just one of many things that need to be done. Oh, and another example. Oh well. What's going on? Somehow, this pin probably making it hard for the nail to attach on. See the difference there? Not enough room for the nail to go. looks better. Bam! There's even some cobwebs and dust up there. Yes, even a yurt gets dusty. Even the trash needs to come out. Can you relate? Whether it's inside or outside, it just seems like there's always things that need to be done. And even when you start knocking things out and getting them done, it seems like stuff is always added to the list of things that need to be done. It's like never ending. I really need to focus on what I need to focus on today. And doing all these little things, that's not it. Josiah, trash. Alright, so what I really need to focus on today is this right here. This right here is the drip line for our mini split system. Well, actually this is one of our lines. We actually have two. One line for this unit here, and then another drip line for the unit that we have over our kitchen and living room, dining room areas. And when people hear that my family lives in a yurt, some people are like, whoa, that's cool, you live in a yurt? And then we have some people that are like, a yurt? What is a yurt? And then I'm like, our yurt is basically a 700 square foot glorified tent that is an alternative housing option for us to live in and pursue the homesteading dreams that we've always aspired to live. Kind of, but not, maybe not with that much speed and energy. But I do explain it to them. And then when people find out about that, they're like, well, how do you heat the thing? How do you stay warm in there? Well, we all have the mini split system that provides us with one source of heat, but we also have a wood stove. But over the years of living here, well, we've also found out that you also have to be concerned about how to keep cool, especially living here in the humid South. When there were times when we first lived here that it would be 100 degrees outside, and then it would also be 100 degrees inside, even with the windows open. So I'm like, oh, I'm getting no relief from the heat. We need to do something. We need to have some way of cooling. So we ended up getting a used duct system AC unit to heat our yurt, and we did that for a couple of years, and it just got to be where it was like, I think we can do something a little bit more efficient. So we ended up getting rid of that and going with a mini split system that we have used for a couple years now. However, when we had it installed, well, we didn't have all the resources or knowledge to know how to finish it exactly, so we were like, the drip lines, we'll just harvest the water from that, and we'll use it to water our plants. But right now, we're tired of it. And especially with having a toddler and buckets of water, no, need to protect our child, so I need to do something about this. I'm gonna turn this off while we work on it. Way. Completely. Not yet. Don't want to make a mess everywhere and get drywall all over everything, and then my wife be like, why didn't you cover it up the ground? Why did you got drywall? She probably wouldn't do that, probably, but I do need to cover it up. be completely honest, I am not a handyman, and I've had to hire out professional help for a number of projects here on the farm. But I also have had to do a number of projects on my own. Now, this is probably not how the professionals like Bob Vila or whoever would do this job. And I don't have time to waste looking around online on how to do it, overanalyzing this or that technique. This job needs to be done right now, today. And hopefully by the end of this project, it will be something that Martha Stewart would approve of. Or maybe not. But I at least hope that my wife will be pleased with it, and that it will at least make things safer for our 1-year-old. So with a sharp blade, I made a preliminary cut in the drywall, cutting out the section of the wall that I need to remove to put my mini split drip line into. But after this initial cut, it wasn't deep enough. Cut just a little bit. So I busted out my circular saw and set it to a depth to just cut through the drywall. And at this point, I felt more like Tim the Tool Man Taylor using an oversized tool to do the job. And as I was making these cuts, it was kicking up a lot of dust. And I mean a lot of dust. So much so that after making my cuts, I had to open up the windows and fan this dust out. And I also turned on our air purifier to help clean up the air. After the room had mostly aired out, it was time to pop out that cut piece of drywall. As a YouTuber, one of the things that's hard to deal with putting aspects of our lives out there for people to see is the constant criticism that we get. People always have something to say. And a lot of times it's the negative stuff that people want to speak about the most. So you gotta learn to develop thick skin. But with that, one of the things that I think about is that if I don't share these moments, people won't know about them. And I will probably forget about them too. But it's also neat to know that somebody is being encouraged somewhere to take on a project like this that needs to be done, and maybe they don't have the money to pay somebody to do it. Hopefully that you get encouraged to get in there and give it a shot. Even if it's not done perfectly, you're getting in there and you're learning and you're doing right. And for the next part of this project, I had to crawl under the house to measure, just to make sure that I wouldn't drill through anything that didn't need to be drilled through, like some kind of electrical line or something. And while I was under the house, my daughter was inside looking through the old return vent from our previous forced air system that we did away with to switch to the mini split system. And as I measured, I noticed that we would just barely miss a floor joist. So it was time to drill. And it was actually a little tough drilling through the wall stud and the floor. Come on, man. But with some persistence, I finally got through. Whoa. Let's see if this fits down in here. Won't fit. That's good. Come on, man. This floor joist this. How much I got?
In. Make sure we go in the pipe.
Almost there.
Wow, what a mess!
So how does it look?
It looks good.
I know it's messy.
Joking.
I know it's messy.
I'm just joking.
But I did cover the bed.
Yes, thank you. I'm just joking.
But at least we don't have to worry about using this bucket anymore. We can ditch this bucket.
Yay!
And don't have to worry about Hezekiah making a jacuzzi out of it. No, I'm taking it away.
We're throwing stuff in it.
How was your walk?
So we walked and walked. We walked down the road and back. And then y'all were still busy in here. So we played outside on the slide. And he climbed up the slide this time all the way to the top and slid down. And got in the wagon and walked some more. So it was good, but it was a lot of walking.
So you had a good walk? Did you have a good walk? Yeah.
Yeah? Did you have a good time? Yeah.
Sorry it took so long. I know I could have took the pipe on the outside, but with everything that goes along here, I'm like, I've seen a lot of different people that have had mini split systems, and a lot of times they will run the drip lines into the wall outside. So I was like, that's what I want to do, because you never know. Keep it on the outside. Who's going to hit it? Who's going to damage what? So just going to make sure it drains well before we cover things up. But we still have one more drip line to do. Yep. Take away all your jacuzzi options.
That's right.
Gotta get a 5. Working hard for it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Before moving on to the next drip line, I first secured this line in the wall, cleaned up my mess, and put things back in place, hopefully better than I found them. I plan to keep an eye on this area just to make sure everything drains properly. But when I totally am done with this project, I plan to redo this whole wall because my wife says,
You know, I really don't like drywall. Is it possible that we could do something different in there? Like the paneling we have in here, maybe?
One of the advantages of having a mini split system is that they operate on less power than traditional forced air systems. And that will save you some money. Trust us, because we know. We've had both. We had forced air and the mini split systems, and our power bill has definitely been lower with the mini split system. And mini splits are generally better suited for smaller spaces or single room use. And one of the things that we have learned about a mini split system is that if you put it on the dry setting, that'll actually remove the humidity from the air, making it feel cooler. So in areas that are higher humidity, that setting definitely comes in handy. Ah, yes. Feels better in here. Definitely feels better with lower humidity for sure. I like it. I like it a lot. This kind of reminds me, a number of years ago I went to Northern California for the National Heirloom Expo, and while we were there, some people were there, like, they were, one of the days particularly, they were complaining about, they're like, man, it's just so hot here. And I'm like, I think it feels pretty good. What's the temperature? And they're like, it's 95 degrees. I'm like, no way, it's 95 degrees. Man, it feels so good to be 95 degrees. Come to find out, it was 95 degrees. And I'm like, wow, your 95 degrees feels way different than my 95 degrees at my house, because when we have 95 degrees here, it's like we're definitely gonna have some humidity with it, and we're like sweating everywhere we go. Even in the shade, we're sweating. But there I was like, I can do this all day long. I can work in this. But here I feel like I'm gonna have a heat stroke when the humidity's as high as it is here. But just one of the things that we have to deal with. All right, let's see here. Next drip line. We'll do something a little bit different. Come on. This drip line here, we just have taped on to our refrigerator in our kitchen. All right, and you see there, it's filling up the water. Now I'm gonna turn it off. Yes, we'll just slide this over. To get started, I moved out the fridge so I can work in the area. And since this line would be behind the refrigerator, I felt there was no need to put the line inside the wall like in our bedroom. No more buckets. 2 lines done. But one more part of this job left. I gotta get dirty again.
While I was walking around with Hezekiah, I started gathering honeysuckle flowers. And it's really cool to see what is just outside of our doors that we can use, you know, in our kitchen for our families. And this is becoming more popular because even Martha Stewart had an article on her website about using honeysuckle. And here's a short on one way how I use honeysuckle. Make a honeysuckle infused water with me. First, gather your honeysuckle flowers, bring those in, add about 1/4 cup of sugar to a 1/2 gallon jar. Dissolve your sugar with some warm water, swish that around. Add your honeysuckle flowers, enough to fill up about 1/4 of the jar. Then top it off with clean, cool water. Take a Ziploc bag with some water and create an airlock. And let that sit on your counter for at least 12 hours, if not 24. Strain out your flowers. Pour over some ice. And enjoy with one of your favorite people.
Ever since we had the mini split systems installed, we've been harvesting the water pretty much on a daily basis, especially in the hot months, using that water to water our plants inside as well as plants in our greenhouse. So basically using condensate to recycle that water to use on our plants to help them to grow. All right, Micah, can you hand me the saw there with the battery on it? Thank you, sir. I think I'll cut about right here. Oh, just drained like it's supposed to. Oh. There we go. Whew. Just take us through. Let's go here. Here next. If you look online, there's varying opinions about using condensate water in your garden, on your garden plants. And for the most part, AC units, mini split systems, are gathering the moisture from in the air. And I've actually had some professionals tell me that the water is pretty clean and actually can be even cleaner than the water that you're harvesting from rain barrels, from the water off your roof, or various other things, because a lot of the roofing materials, they do have chemicals on them. So yeah, I could see their point there. And actually I came across a YouTube video, a YouTube channel, The Urban Harvest, and she actually was mentioned on Martha Stewart for her idea of harvesting condensate water to use in her garden. And Martha Stewart approves of it. Not that I'm a Martha Stewart fanboy at all. I am not a Martha Stewart fanboy, but it is Martha Stewart approved. Screwed? Thank you. Will have to be some fall on it so it will drain properly. Yep, like that. Looky there. Yes, happy to see that. The water coming from our drip line from our mini split system to our new drain lines outside the house. Now I did have to jimmy rig it because I still need to buy a few more pieces to connect it. Maybe I'll connect it to a rain barrel, and if I decide to, use that condensate water in the garden, because it is Martha Stewart approved, right? But either way, no more buckets inside the house.